morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, SKN.
Good morning, SKN. I am Jamie Morris, and you are watching Good Morning SKN. It is the last week of 2021, and we are happy that you can join us today. So by way of looking at the weather, yes, the last week seems to be off to a very bleak start, but you know what? This is going to be a bright spot today, so keep it locked to Studio 327 for Good Morning SKN. We begin with the latest, and we're looking at the local news, and the caption for this first story is that Constable Jeremy Warner overcomes obstacles and earns Best Recruit of course number 45. So Jeremy Warner entered the police training school in early May 2021 to start his journey of becoming a police officer. He was nursing injuries that made it impossible to perform any of the physical activity that is standard for all recruits. He says, quote, "I felt as if I was at a disadvantage." He was joking about that. He may have been cursed as well. His goal of becoming the best recruit of course number 45 seemed out of reach, but he was determined, and he was starving, he says, to earn the best recruit spot. 6 months later, the 20-year-old man from Taylor's Village stood at the podium at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort for the graduation ceremony on Wednesday, December 22nd, 2021. He was about to deliver the students' perspective of the graduating course number 45, an address reserved only for the best recruit of the training course. So congratulations to you, Jeremy, for achieving your goals despite incredible odds. In the second story, this one coming from Nevis, Island Girls Rock founder Chantel Miller to launch sustainable merchandise Island Girls Rock gear in Nevis 2022. So British Navision Chantel Miller, founder of Island Girls Rock, a non-profit initiative celebrating women and girls of Caribbean heritage, is expected to extend the sustainable apparel brand IGR gear to St. Kitts and Nevis in 2022. Miller founded Island Girls Rock in 2016 in London as a non-profit initiative celebrating girls and women of Caribbean heritage. Miller uses the brand to show that the Caribbean is not a monolith and aims to build diasporic collaborations, thriving ecosystems, and networks, and provide mentorship and inspiration through immersive events, workshops, and meetups. The brand is dedicated to supporting and showcasing Caribbean culture through fostering cultural connections and championing collaborative opportunities between women of the Caribbean and its diaspora, said Miller. So something to look forward to in 2022. And finally, on the local scene, the Ministry of Agriculture dubs Night Market first anniversary a success. Farmers, craft vendors, and others participated in the Agri-Christmas Night Market on December 22nd, which was also the first anniversary of the quarterly night market held at the Bastille Public Market, put on by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Marine Resources. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Ron Dublin Collins, said that the event was a success because of the participation of the vendors and the patrons, and highlighted some of the vendors present during the event to include fishers, farmers, agro-processors, craft vendors, etc. We're seeing an excellent response by the public, and it has continued to maintain its large numbers right from 5 p.m. We haven't seen any slacking off. Persons come and go, but it has remained very full on the inside, said Collins during an interview at the night market. So these are the top stories for the latest. We will be back with more Good Morning SKN in a moment. Don't touch your dials.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
And we are back on Good Morning SKN. And we're going to take a look at the regional news. Biden gets 1 month suspension from the Senate and removed as the majority leader. Senators Thursday evening voted on approval of a resolution that sanctioned Senator Marvin Blyden for floating VI Department of Health protocol when he failed to quarantine after testing positive for COVID-19, stripping Mr. Blyden of his majority leadership position while suspending him for 160 hours from the legislature or for 1 month. Previously, the Committee on Ethical Conduct, which came up with the sanctions, had included a 4-month suspension, but the punishment was deemed dramatic and reduced. Mr. Blyden was suspended without pay for a period of 160 working hours from all legislative activities, including sessions, committee meetings, caucus meetings, and any other meeting activity held by the legislature. The suspension commences the next calendar day for the adoption of his resolution, according to the resolution. So, very interesting stuff, refusing to quarantine after testing positive. Not even just being in close contact with someone who tested positive, but actually testing positive. I mean, I get it, but I don't. I get wanting to be free, I get not wanting to be locked down for 14 days, but putting other people's lives and health at risk.
Well, that's exactly why this action was taken, I suppose. So that's a good call for everyone. Even lawmakers are subject to regulations. So
Correct.
None of us is exempt.
Correct.
Right, so that brings us to the end of the regional, and we have an international story for you just before we end this latest segment for today. So Ethiopia to lose access to lucrative U.S. program following CNN investigation. The White House will eject Ethiopia from a trade program between sub-Saharan African countries and the United States over human rights violations, according to a statement Thursday. Ethiopia was found to be in violation of Section 506A of the African Growth and Opportunity Act. The statement added, the clause stipulates that eligible nations must not engage in, quote, gross violations of internationally recognized human rights, end quote. The move comes after a CNN investigation earlier this year. President Joe Biden formally announced the decision in a proclamation a month after he informed Congress that he intended to terminate Ethiopia's membership of the deal. The termination notice, which also applies to Guinea and Mali, is effective January 1st, 2022. Despite intensive engagement between the United States and the governments of Ethiopia, Guinea, and Mali, these governments have failed to address United States concerns about their noncompliance with the AGOA eligibility criteria, Biden said. CNN has reported extensively on human rights abuses committed during the conflict, including detentions, acts of sexual violence, and killings that bear the hallmarks of genocide, findings that have contributed to calls from bipartisan lawmakers for the administration to take action. So a very somber note to end the latest on the on the international scene.
Do you need to
forgive me.
quarantine?
I don't need to quarantine. I think I'm just very kind of exhausted from all the activity over the Christmas weekend, as I'm sure many of our viewers are. So that is the way that we're going to end the latest today. But we will be back for more Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me go!
Let go what? Yeah, let's see what real happening. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every weekend mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
The St. Kitts Diabetes Association wants to encourage you to remember the association's gospel, abbreviated TEAM. in order to maintain good control of your diabetes. T, you must test your blood sugar regularly. E, you must eat right with decent quantities of vegetables and fruits and eliminate sugary products. E, you must exercise frequently, at least 4 to 6 times weekly for 30 minutes or more each time. And M, you must take your medication as prescribed by your healthcare provider. If you follow this gospel, you will significantly reduce your chances of encountering the dreaded complications associated with poor control of diabetes, namely kidney failure, blindness, heart disease, stroke, and amputations. Visit your healthcare provider regularly to ensure good control of your diabetes and to access early intervention in case of any unexpected complications. Come and join the St. Kitts Diabetes Association and add your voice and your efforts to those working to ease the burden of persons living with diabetes. Thank you.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Last week was the Sugar Mass 50 Soca Finals, and what a fantastic lineup of artists. There were 4 former Soca Monarchs competing among other artists. The Soca Monarch competition is split into 2 segments, the Groovy segment and the Power segment. The 2021-2022 Groovy Soca Monarch is Nisha B, whose winning song was We Missed That. Mr. Hype was the winner of the Sugar Mass 50 Power Soca Monarch. Today we have with us MJ Byron, who will help us reflect on the spectacular Sugar Mass 50 Soca Monarch competition. Welcome, MJ.
Thank you.
I like the fact that you're a regular now.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Soca Monarch competition. Can you tell us about the history? When did it start?
All right, Soca Monarch in St. Kitts started just a few years ago. We're talking about just over 10 years ago, to highlight this different genre of music in the Federation. We know we had popular genres, reggae, dancehall, so this was an effort to highlight that aspect of our culture. I mean, our culture is a Caribbean culture, and we just was missing that little piece of it. So we had to introduce that, I'm sure, and we are grateful to the organizers, whoever came up with, infusing this part of the culture into Sugar Mass.
All right, 10 years later, looking back on it, do you think that it has achieved the initial intent?
Definitely. We have grown, I've grown in St. Kitts tremendously. If you go back to the videos, I was doing that this morning, going back to the first video we had with Congress Maynard in the park, doing, walk away and then take the oath and all those things. And you'd be like, yo, music in itself, the music, the production of this show has grown tremendously. And we must be happy for that as a people.
I mean, Take the Oath was still on.
Yeah.
It was still on that kind of level.
Yes.
It was really, really, really good. So tell us about the competition. It's broken into 2 segments.
Yes, we have Groovy and Power. Groovy, like its namesake, it's just a nice groove to it, a slower version of the soca, which is a more popular version. It has been a more popular version for the last couple of years, even in the region. I guess persons was like, you get more music out of it, that kind of vibe. So persons gravitated to that genre, that speed, so to speak, more. But so Power Soca was the origin of the whole Soca Monarch thing. You had Masha Montana with extremely high performances, and that kind of broke away the Soca fraternity in the region. So it was good for us to, I know one year we had merged the category, and that didn't work out pretty well for Soca lovers. So I was happy that we were able to go back to the split and produced 2 excellent segments. We had 2 excellent song choices. It was amazing this year. If you were watching, or even if you were there in person, I was like, yo, soca is back.
Yes.
How many participants were there this year? I read a little bit from the beginning that we had, former monarchs competing. How many participants this year?
Right. So this year we started registration with 50 persons.
50?
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Do we normally have that many
Normally
people?
30, high 40.
Mm-hmm.
But this year persons
50
like they were
for 50?
waiting. Yeah. Coincidentally, at the stop of the time, 4 o'clock on that morning, or that afternoon, sorry, I was like, yo, 50 persons, what a coincidence.
Yes.
What do you think accounted for that?
The lack thereof, places, things to do, persons now wanting...
outside.
Yeah, persons now wanting to showcase what they've been sitting on for just short of 2 years. It was not easy, and it is not easy as an artist, a creative mind, to just sit there and do anything whatsoever. So they got out. They got out. And we asked of them to bring that level up a notch. And they did so. Honestly, this has been the best soca season I've had since Take the Oath. Yeah, but trust me, the guys themselves are happy with the production of the music this year. So that's a A+.
I'm curious to know, with 50 participants, well, initially 50 registrants, how do you go about selecting?
Well, this year was different in terms of we were missing one judge segment, which was the semi-finals. But normally, from the registration, we have a CD elimination, the song elimination. The song play in front of a panel of judges, and they be judged by lyrics, everything except performance. Right? So the judges had a hard task there. I wouldn't like to be any of those judges to be listening a song and judging somebody's fate by the city. I mean, the question was in the beginning, what if the producer wasn't as good, but the person could perform good, and what if the person... I mean, even in Trinidad, the first judge round is the city. Yeah, but we were just missing the semi-final. But, because of the constraints and everything, you don't want to be pushing much more than you can handle.
Understood.
So I think the Carnival Committee kind of looked at the options here and be like, yo, we really can't handle that. Let us increase the monies and take away one of the shows. But I'm sure next year we will go back full force once everything comes back to normal.
As normal as possible.
As normal as possible.
Yes. All right. We will be back in a short moment to continue this discussion with MJ Byron. More Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the doorway or any exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that because you might get in and poof, power gone and you're stuck in that box without air. Take cover under a strong table or a bed or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drops and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
We are back on Good Morning SKN with our guest, MJ Byron, who spearheaded the committee responsible for coordinating the National Soca Monarch competition along with Grenville Brown. We will begin this half with clips from the two winning performances. So let's take a look.
One thing we know, we want back with Carnival. One thing's for sure, we need back with Carnival. The people them fed up and stressed out, they wanna play mass. We real mass all day, all month, all year, but still you take the mass out of sugar mass. We had CPL in a bubble, we could get Carnival in a bubble. When the tournament in a bubble, we could get Carnival in a bubble. We had the tourists in a bubble. Block off the beach in a bubble. We could have Carnival and watch the girl them. Oh, I miss how we just party. Have fun with touchdown every party, but we can't. I miss when they took them a pass and the revelers a bit early. I told me, two them morning is 4 the morning, got wake up early out of it. And to betting is part of we culture, and we can't forget where we. So whether we sing inside or outside, we gonna mash up the place alright. Jumping up in the streets with all of me family, all of me friends. Putting every single vet until we jump until we weekend. All the clowns and masquerade.
And we are back after looking at those riveting performances. Your thoughts?
Can't
find words.
I would just say that I enjoyed the night of performances. The artists, as you can see, went way out of the box there with presentation. We had Mitchell coming up with that. Night in the museum, Sugar Mass Museum. That was the concept behind that. So it kind of caught my attention pretty early. This is creative. And then you have Mr. Hyde with the bubble effect. As you can see those bubble, yes, items there. And the whole Parliament vibes. Just how everything started. The whole carnival started in cabinet. I like to say that because they have to make certain decisions just to make sure that both sides get be safe.
Correct.
Right.
I mean, it looks like lots of fun, and I must say that for a few years, I've thought that, our Soca Monarch has been on this international level. Like, I feel like our Soca artists could compete regionally, and I think they have. I think Nicho traveled before. And I mean, you could see it in his performances. It's always amazing. I know for pageantry, there's a lot of behind the scenes practice and work. Does the committee offer that kind of assistance? I don't know, any kind of coaching to performers?
Well, this year we introduced what we call a workshop. Soca and Calypso, we introduced that workshop for them. We had persons like Congress Maynard, and Val
Legends.
Henry. Yes.
Yeah.
To speak on both aspects, we have the interview aspect because persons tend to focus on one side, the performance side, but when they reach into interview, they can't express themselves. So we had covered each side of the market, so to speak, for the artists, and they took notes. They really took notes because some of the things that Conway spoke about when it comes to performing, we see it playing out on the stage in terms of position with certain parts of the song. Where do you want yourself? Who do you want the camera to focus on in this particular song, this particular part of the song? And they put some work into that. Some of them even asked for the clip, the tape, the recording to go back over some of the tips and everything like that, producing the music to get the max score on the criteria. So they really took notes of that, and somehow they turned it into magic there on the stage. Yeah, trust me, if you are watching just without hearing anything, you'll be like, yo, this standard has risen again on an international level. And I'm sure soon, once we keep up this work, and of course evolve, change up some of the behind the scene things, we would be able to maximize on presentation again. And Mimi asked about the help of the committee behind the scenes. The committee would have upped what we call the preparation money. It's a little bit for Soca and that, but it's more than what they got. They got 2,000 this year, plus they got assistance with the pyrotechnics, Bridge fireworks. So they didn't have to cover that.
Okay, because that's very expensive.
Very expensive. They didn't have to cover that cost. So a cost that would probably carry them to $4,000. They probably only have to pay $1,000. Right. So that was a big help. We had now Roberta team coming in and assisting with them with
the
conceptualizing and choreography and everything, with dances and everything. So that in itself was good. I think that kind of brought the level of presentation up a lot. And I won't say a bit, a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Full-scale production.
Yes.
And the results show it.
Correct.
Speaking of results, the points. The points. Groovy segment, very close.
Yes, the groovy segment was very close. I try my best not to go into the politics of the judging scores because they're final and I'm on the side of the judges. So it was pretty close for what the judges saw and heard on the night. I'm like, all right, so groovy, but in power, the points different. It was far, like 20 plus, and then the next one, second to third, was near 17 or something like that. So it was a bit further away from each other, different to the groovy segment. If I were judging, I probably would have done the same.
Fair enough.
Yes, I am on the side of the judges. But the judges' decision is final.
Fair enough. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to reminisce with Mimi and me all about the Soca Monarch competition.
Yes, next year I'll see you in there. Somebody told me that you will be in there next year.
Wow, imagine that. Oh, they didn't tell me.
Oh, you let the cat out of the bag so early.
Yeah, we have to get it early.
I'll bring Alicia with me, all right?
That's okay.
All right. We will be back with more Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned, everyone.
This is Good Morning SKN with Mimi and Jamie on Studio 327.
The St. Kitts Diabetes Association wants to encourage you to remember the association's gospel, abbreviated TEAM, in order to maintain good control of your diabetes. T, you must test your blood sugar regularly. E, you must eat right with decent quantities of vegetables and fruits and eliminate sugary products. E, you must exercise frequently, at least 4 to 6 times weekly for 30 minutes or more each time. And M, you must take your medication as prescribed by your healthcare provider. If you follow this gospel, you will significantly reduce your chances of encountering the dreaded complications associated with poor control of diabetes, namely kidney failure, blindness, heart disease, stroke, and amputations. Visit your healthcare provider regularly to ensure good control of your diabetes and to access early intervention in case of any unexpected complications. Come and join the St. Kitts Diabetes Association and add your voice and your efforts to those working to ease the burden of persons living with diabetes. Thank you.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
And we are back on Good Morning SKN. Did you know that the concept of brunch was started by a British author, Guy Beringer? I mean, I would like to give him a big hug right now. I love brunch. If you don't know, now you do. The inspiration for this invention was a result of his own hangover. He proposed the concept of this combination meal in his essay, Brunch, a Plea, which he penned in 1895. The essay was written to assist those who nursed hangovers every Sunday morning from the night before. Though this was almost 2 centuries ago, brunch remains a favorite for many of us. Our next guest, Top Off Brunch, understands this very well, especially during the carnival season. So please help us welcome Tashawn of Mad Life Entertainment.
Nice to meet you. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Tashawn.
So did you know that brunch was related to hangovers so closely?
Actually, no, I did not, but you just taught me something this morning, so thank you very much for that.
Okay, so Top Off Brunch launched in 2019. Tell us about the reviews, the feedback. Of course, it must have been great because we're here doing it again.
Yes, yes. So the reviews from the last one, they were pretty good, much more appealing than, not that I want to say I thought they would have been, but in my time of doing events, I always get, nervous, especially entering a new market, because I'm like, okay. There were people who were telling me, we're not too sure how an event so early would work. But it was something that, I currently live in Miami. It was something that it's currently hitting up there. I mean, for the last few years, it has been. And I just said, I would like to see how that concept would work in St. Kitts. And yeah,
it worked.
Yeah, because I mean, the breakfast fete is already a thing. The night party is already a thing.
So you had a market that was missing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what made you, apart from your observations in Miami, what made you think of having that brunch event?
It's funny that it's, with the little history lesson that I just got, that it was to nurse hangovers. I guess for me, it was more so of, I like the idea of being able to get out, eat, do some day drinking during the day and still be able to have the rest of my night in case I have anything to do the next day.
Okay.
So That was kind of the first concept day of trying it. Yeah.
Okay, and you said that the reviews were great. So tell us, in 2019, again, your first year.
Well, I'll be transparent and say that was the first successful year.
Mhm.
We tried to do it in December 2018,
Mhm.
but that one was going to be like a much smaller one,
Mhm.
proof of concept type of thing. We
Okay.
tested out.
Okay.
But there was some weather issues
Mhm.
for that specific date that we just ended up not being able to do it. But,
Mhm.
Then came 2019 and we were able to successfully host it and we're back.
Okay. So we're back. We took a break in 2020.
Yes, 2020.
Doing a panoramic. So we took a little break. So what can we expect that might be different? I know that we have all these protocols.
Yes.
We have to be socially distant.
Yes.
All
So,
these things.
The event is a fully vaccinated event.
Mhm.
So that was one of the, trying to implement that was, I guess, new for me.
Mhm.
Implementing any kind of restrictions to the
Mhm.
event, besides like things like age restrictions and stuff like that. Also, there was, I guess, a delay of sorts in the timing that I would normally like to plan an event due to
Yes.
having to, you have to apply this time around, like from the task force to get your capacity limits, all of that stuff
Mhm.
that came into play. It made the planning a little bit more stressful, but maybe exciting, it gives you a little thing to shake it up with. Yeah.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yes. So can you give us an idea of the menu? Like a big part of brunch is the food.
Yes.
I know the drinks are good
Yes,
too,
yes,
but
yes.
the food.
Of course. So, for this brunch, for Top Off brunch, one thing that I wanted to try to do is kind of use food items that are native to St. Kitts and the Caribbean, let's say, and merge it with the typical brunch item menus from that I've grown to like in the US. So we have the typical chicken and waffles. You have your eggs, bacon, stuff like that. But then I definitely said, okay, I have to include the saltfish, Johnny
Yes.
cakes, your fried plantain, all that type of stuff. So all things that you don't normally see at the brunch up there. But I'm like, okay, I have to. If I'm bringing it here, I also need to make it attached to the culture as much as I can.
Yes. I love that.
You're making me hungry. I hate when these segments happen, because I'm always expecting this plate to be here. But anyway, we can get there based on the location. Where and when is it being held?
So it's going to be on Saturday, January 1st, 2022. It's going to be held at Fairview Great House and Botanical Gardens. Other people may know it as Nirvana.
Mhm.
It's in Boyd's. It's going to run from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tickets include the brunch buffet. We'll have bottomless mimosas, bellinis, juices, local juices.
Vibes.
Yes, of course.
Vibes.
See, I'm sorry, I thought that was kind of expected, but I should not assume.
Yes.
Currently, we haven't fully released the lineup yet,
Mhm.
but I can say some of the entertainment who we have on the bill is Akai, DJ Tero, Sweet Sister Sensio, TNO Sound.
You ain't have to.
I'm here trying to remember, but it's still early, so.
Yes, yes, it's still early. And those are amazing entertainers. Like Tara is my favorite. I just wanted to say hi, Tara. So where can persons purchase tickets if they're still available?
Okay, so this year we didn't do any physical tickets for obvious reasons. So everything will be electronic. If you go to the Top Off Brunch Eventbrite or the Top Off Brunch Instagram or Facebook, you'll be able to find a link to get the tickets there. So Top Off Brunch, TOPOFFBRUNCH, and you'll be able to find the information there.
All right, perfect. So Top Off Brunch, and it's going to bring us into 2022.
Yes, this time it's going to do it.
Yes, so I'll keep my fingers crossed that you start off the year good.
Oh, of course. Myself, the team, we've been working hard the last few weeks. We want to make sure that everything is as seamless as possible. Everyone has a great time, an amazing time, and keep the culture alive still. Keep everyone happy, safe.
All right, perfect. So we are on Good Morning SKN. We've been here with the guy for Top Off Brunch. I've seen lots of videos. I won't tell him about the videos that I've seen.
I mean, you know.
But we've been here with the guy for Top Off Brunch. Remember, you could get your tickets still. Visit the Instagram page,
yes,
Facebook.
Instagram page, Facebook.
Right, perfect. You're watching Good Morning SKN. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be right back.
Check the area code, direct me area code. Anywhere me go, you know me touch the road like this, touch up the road like this, touch up the place like this, touch up the stage like this, like this. Come rep your place, rep your flag, where you from, who you are. The world is a stage, so showcase like a star. We little up, we digging up, we come from far. Let me take it to the world, so I carry us there. So we roll, yeah, that's how we roll, yeah. High performance anytime we touch the road, yeah, that's how we roll.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are talking with Tashawn Williams all about Top Off Brunch. But as you may have noticed already, he is wearing a shirt that I actually quite like. Bad Life Entertainment. What can you tell us about Bad Life Entertainment, Tashawn?
Okay, so Bad Life Entertainment is my business, my brand. It stands for, so the BAAD is an acronym. It stands for Believing and Achieving Dreams.
Oh.
So I kind of use it as a medium to get out everything that I want to do. So event planning, there are a couple other things that I'm involved in as well. Kind of don't like going on the music lane as well. So yeah, I kind of use it as like an umbrella. Anything that's a dream of mine that I want to do, you know.
It falls under Bad Life.
Yes.
So, okay, so you're mentioning event planning. Is Top Off Brunch the only event that you do right now?
Right now in St. Kitts, yes. I would have to say...
So why do you want to go to Miami? Are there events that you're doing?
So there are, but again, because of how the climate has been the last 2 years, it has been a little difficult for, event promoters such as myself and a few others. For multiple reasons, supply and demand now comes into play with like venues and stuff because some of them weren't able to make it through the pandemic.
Yeah.
So, less venues, more promoters. It kind of, things have been a bit difficult, especially with some things are gonna lock down now, so it makes it hard for planning.
Of course.
So while there are events that I've done, other events that I do, it's nothing that's on the top of my head that I can readily say just because of how, shifty things are.
How difficult, I could understand, and how unpredictable
yes.
The environment must be.
Yes, it is, but like I said, it kind of, I guess, keeps things fun, if you want to look at it that way.
That's a fairly bright way.
Yeah.
That's a really bright way to look at that. Okay, so back in terms of talking to Top Off Brunch, did you tell us yes, you did tell us where the venue is going to be. And it was there previously?
Yes, it was at Fairview in December of 2019 again. We were looking at other spaces to potentially host it because one of the concepts that we do want to be able to implement is to have it at different spaces in St. Kitts so that, when it comes time to the wrap-ups, to the pictures and stuff, I also want to, hope to be able to utilize this to market to people, because there's a lot of people in Miami and other places of the United States who, we see that you do an event in St. Kitts, we see about the carnival, we want to come and visit. So in doing that, I would hope to be able to this is one place you could come and see, that's another place you could come and see when you, kind of help them, I guess, set up the itinerary.
I like that. That makes you a tourism ambassador. I love that.
Hey, I mean, if there's anyone who wants to talk to me about it, I'm open. Just stop.
I'm sure somebody must be watching, so you're in the right spot. So again, partying. We're partying from 11.
Yes, 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. The food service will be from 11 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. And then it may, for certain items, it may run after that. Just we'll see how the energy of the place is. And then, but from start to finish, it's an experience. Day drinking, it's a thing of mine that I've gotten to appreciate, because it allows you to have your mornings and then still have your nights in case of anything.
I'm just wondering if we're going to see a top-off dinner after this, given the way that we said brunch originated.
Right? Have that as the recovery from the brunch. It's funny though, that's what it started as, and I feel like, okay, now brunch has kind of evolved to maybe a little slight hangover causing it.
Exactly.
But we'll see.
Now brunch is causing the hangover as opposed to curing the hangover.
But, we still encourage people. We are going to also have a, sober station, hydration station as well.
Perfect.
So we understand people may want to come for the experience, but not everybody is a drinker.
I don't.
And then even for people who don't, even for people who do drink, some drink less than others. One mimosa may be it for them, but there'll still be other options.
So there's a non-alcoholic station.
Yes, there'll be a non-alcoholic station for all the non-alcoholics or all the people who just don't feel like drinking that day. And the regular bar will be there.
I want to make a joke about the distinction, because I like that you said there'll be a non-alcoholic station for all the non-alcoholics. What does that make the others?
I'm kidding.
No, I'm so kidding. No, those who consume alcohol.
Yes, those who choose to consume.
I'll try. So there will be a non-alcohol consuming station.
I love that.
Right. Better. So we're here with Tishon Williams again from Top Off Brunch and Bad Life. I'll put you under Bad Life because we may be looking forward to more events.
Yes, hopefully.
Hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
That's the hope.
Yes, that's the hope. And of course, as Jamie said, you're a tourist, a tourism ambassador for St. Kitts.
Listen, anything, and you can ask a lot of people when they ask me about, hey, because I haven't done Top Off Brunch outside of St. Kitts, and there are people in Miami who, when are you going to do Top Off Brunch in, Miami or anywhere else up here? And it's like, I feel like I want that to be specific to St. Kitts, so that if you want the Top Off Brunch experience,
you have to
consider coming to St. Kitts, and then we could talk about it.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it is.
A little bribery there, but you have to go.
I would say selective influence.
Well, we've been talking to you about Top Off Brunch. Again, it is the
January 1st.
Yes,
Saturday, January 1st from 11 a.m.
From 11 a.m. to 6.
Yes.
It's going to be at
Fairview, Great House, and Botanical Garden, otherwise known as Nirvana to some.
Yes, and tickets are still available. So if you wanted to come out, and start off your new year with a hangover. I was referring to the history. I know. Referring to the history. If you want to start your new year with a bang, again, I've seen videos and I've heard amazing reviews from Top Off Brunch. It is becoming a carnival staple, I think.
And that will be amazing if it's something that I can.
Yes,
say
I know everybody.
Happened,
yes. I remember having a bit of FOMO.
Well,
when I saw some of the pictures and videos, like, man, wow, I wish I would have been there. So now I do have the time. I don't think I have to come to work that day. So yes, that will be great. We are watching Good Morning SKN. We'll take a short break and then we'll be right back.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing.
I just hear cooling under this tree. About to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first.
If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Watching Good Morning SKN right here on Studio 327, and it's the time of the program when we begin to reflect on Christmas time, which was this past weekend. So we're going to be discussing how we spent our Christmas, and I'm sure that many of you were still a little bit, if you were watching that last segment, hungover from Christmas dinner. Mimi, you? I don't know.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not hungover from Christmas. Did you? Never mind. I'm not asking you if you cooked. Our guests might figure that out. All right, so, well, you invited them.
I did.
All right, so many of us are happy that Christmas is over, and well, I don't know. Are you? Some are happy, I suppose, because they had work to do, etc. And others are still waiting for Christmas to come around again because it's the most favorite time of year. That's what we say, right? So every year, people count down the days until Christmas, which is exactly my point. Some even begin shouting Merry Christmas as early as November 1st. Can you imagine? I heard Christmas songs playing in October.
Yes.
So, yeah, a bit much, but hey, I don't know. If that's you, do it. Christmas trees are put up as the holiday season hits, and yeah, colorfully decorated trees. Did you decorate your tree finally? Did you hang any ornaments? Oh my gosh. So you're preparing for 2022. Fair enough.
It'll be up until February.
All right, so Christmas lights are already draped around the house, etc., right? Candles are lit, providing the house with the aromatic Christmas smell. Pine, peppermint, pine if you have a live tree, of course.
I do.
Okay, awesome. You're first?
Yes, my first.
All right.
That is not completely decorated as yet, but we'll get there eventually.
All right, we're going to help Mimi decorate the tree. That's going to be a game that we play. We're going to pick out ornaments for Mimi in an upcoming segment. All right, so the day was filled with belly-busting food. Belly-busting food, not quite, but hey, we'll see. Maybe for some of you. Quality family time, definitely. Jaw-hurting laughter and fun games. So for our Loosen Up segment today, Mimi and I will discuss how exactly we each celebrated Christmas this time around. So I'm going to let Mimi go first. How did you celebrate?
How do I celebrate, or
How did you celebrate? Yeah.
Well, I went to church on Christmas
Oh, nice.
morning. Yeah, that's something that I always look forward to. Me and my parents go to church, like at around 6. But I was so tired, so I slept for most of the day until my friends came over, until it was time to prepare for my friends to come over and have Christmas dinner. In the night, I had lots of plans for Christmas Day, but yeah, I was just too tired to do
Well,
most of them.
we're going to share more of our experiences when we return from this very short break. So more Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Do you need your laundry or dry cleaning picked up and delivered? Well, Express Laundry has got you covered. We will pick up and deliver your laundry or dry cleaning to and from our partner laundromat fast and easy. Call or WhatsApp 660-7940 or 661-7717 for details. Express Laundry, bringing laundry and dry cleaning services to your doorstep.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Mimi and I were having such an engaging discussion about Christmas. And yes, it was engaging. You were telling me that you went to church. You were telling me all these other things. And it was so nice that I think I want to hear it twice.
Okay, so I went to church with my family, with my mom and my dad. It's something that I always look forward to. And I had planned lots of things like finishing decorating my tree, putting up my final decorations, but I was so tired that I just stayed in bed for most of the day. Like I didn't even, I didn't respond to people's messages. So anybody who messaged me, Merry Christmas, Jamie, I don't know if you messaged me, maybe you did, but Merry Christmas to everybody who I didn't get to message or respond to. I was really that tired.
Do you see this look on my face right now?
No, Jamie, for real.
I'm one of those people.
You know, I was really looking forward to Christmas Day, but the day came and I just wasn't ready. I really was so tired. And then I had to like hurry and clean my house and get the food ready for right when my friends came over. So I did have dinner at night, in the night, and I did go around the island to watch the lights, which was really good. But yeah, I still haven't felt the Christmas spirit. I saw a meme that says I have as much Christmas spirit as an Easter egg, and that's and that's me. That was me even on the 25th. So maybe I'll feel it next week.
Okay, here's an idea for you. If you keep your tree up all year,
well, the leaves are gonna fall off, so I don't know. But I'll keep my tree up until February. I'll see. What about you? What did you do for Christmas?
What did I do for
Christmas? I know
Christmas?
your house has been already decked for Christmas.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yes.
Christmas is usually very quiet. I went to my aunt's for dinner, lunch a little bit. The family got together there. So yeah, it was good to see everybody, cousins, grandmother, uncles, etc. Yeah.
What is that quiet?
Well, until everybody starts laughing. But yeah, it was a nice time. Normally we get together and then they start giving stories about how they grew up and who used to get into trouble. So it's nice to know that your mom did this or your uncle did that and her father had to do this and all sorts of things. So it's a really nice family time.
Did you cook anything?
Did I cook anything? I definitely ate.
Did you make any cookies?
I definitely ate. Oh, by the way, speaking of cookies, you know that last segment that you and I did? Oh, I got a lecture when I got home. It's like, oh, your cookie. You were supposed to put the paste on and glue it that way, and you're making cookies
I'm happy that
on
somebody
TV.
saw that there was need for improvement in your cookies. I think mine were always a favorite.
Christmas cookie. Well, that depends. I know that there's somebody at Studio 327 who's like diehard Team Jamie. So I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna out
It's
anybody.
paining her. I know she's Team Jamie, but I know that it pains her every time.
Oh my God.
But yes, I'm
This is
happy
so
that you
funny.
had a good Christmas. Though. Did you feel the spirit? Did you feel the love?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Because I think overall, and I don't know what it was, whether it's COVID and people's budgets or whatever, it just didn't feel like Christmas usually feels in St.
See, it wasn't just me.
Okay, no, it wasn't just you at all.
No, it wasn't just me. I don't know. Somebody said Christmas wasn't Christmasing like it usually Christmas. I don't know. Let us know if you guys felt the same way. Did you have an amazing Christmas, or was it missing a little something? I don't know.
Yeah, it depends.
I don't know. I was just too tired to feel anything other than tired. Yes.
Okay, next year, you know what we're going to do if we're still around here? Well, if both of us are still around, because, who knows what the future holds, right?
Right.
Can I dress up as Santa Claus?
Of course you can. I know Alicia would love that. She's already envisioning, and maybe it could be a reindeer.
Yeah, but you can, I like that. But you can bring your tree, and we have the guys in the studio help you decorate it. You get a new one, we'll decorate it, and we'll just put it, right?
Oh, fine. That sounds like a deal. So did you get any gifts? I didn't get any gifts at all. Well, I got the gift of life.
I love that.
Thanks be to God. I got the gift of life and I got a full belly.
Boy.
But I didn't buy any gifts either, so I don't feel.
I don't know. I can say that I got. It's never about the gifts for me. I think that's one of the things as you get older, you realize it's not really about those things. It's more about the things that you can't put in a box. So time with family, conversations that you have, just seeing people and knowing that everyone is doing okay, checking in. That's it for me. Not a big gifter, but if there were little ones in my family, generally I'd probably like once or twice give them something.
Once or twice?
Once or twice, yeah. My cousin, when she was younger, I lived with her for a bit, and I used to buy books. She's an avid reader, by the way. I didn't understand it, but it came from her mother, so I'd go to the bookstore and I'll just buy her a pile of books and be like, here, take it. And she'll read them off in a day.
Wow.
No pictures necessary. But yeah, things like that. But older people, I think we understand.
No, I don't. I don't understand. I would still like to get gifts, but yes, it's okay. It's okay this year. Again,
There's hope. Your tree's still up.
Yes, there's hope. My tree's still up, so there's still, and it'll be up until February. So there's space for gifts until February. So what games did you play with your family?
No, I didn't play any games at all.
You didn't play any games at all. No,
you're reminding me of something. Speaking, if we have anybody watching us right now from Barbados, and this is a standing joke, by the way, because when you said that your tree is going to be up until February,
it will be.
I have been at the Grantley Adams International Airport various times in the year, and there is a Christmas tree in the lounge that is up with lights on all year.
Permanently?
I want to know if it's still up. If any of you watching from Barbados, leave a comment. Let us know. Studio 327. Is that tree still up? Is it going to be up in March? Is it going to be up in April? Has it been taken down?
I have a friend also who keeps up her Christmas decorations all year round, and she's like, I have a head start.
Oh, dear God.
So I get it. Did I play games with my friends or family? No, we didn't play games. But again, we drove around the island. We wanted to see the lights at Garvey's estate. And by the time we got there, they were already off. So we just drove around the island. And there are actually some people who have up some really nice Christmas lights.
Yeah.
So that was fun to see. That made me feel some type of way. Not Christmassy, but some type of way. And I was really, really excited and happy to see it. And happy to know that other people got into the spirit,
Good. Because you are designated #Christmas girl, so you're supposed to be feeling Christmas. You are supposed to be feeling Christmas.
Again, my tree's up, so there's still hope. Maybe, a Christmas angel will come and visit me in March.
Standing joke, I always said if people celebrated, if they convince their family to celebrate Christmas like the day or two after Christmas, they'll be in for massive discounts. Just an idea.
True, very true, very true. So again, let us know how you guys celebrated Christmas. Did you feel the spirit, or did the Grinch steal the spirit of Christmas?
Nah, let's hope
The Omicron variant stole the spirit of Christmas. That's what happened. I think that's what happened. But let us know how your Christmas went. We hope that you had a great time. We hope that you spent time with friends and family. I still have some food in my fridge, so you're invited to come and get some.
Yeah, don't leave it there until February, please.
I won't.
All right.
I won't. You're watching Good Morning SKN. We'll be right back.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Let me see you shake like earthquake now. Shake. Let me see you shake like earthquake now. Shake. Let me see you shake like earthquake now. Shake. Shake. Drop to the ground and take a little cover under a table or strong furniture. Kneel. Bend your head close to your knees. Hold on to a table leg or desk, please. Hands behind your head, protect your neck with your arm. Face away from windows, you must understand. If you don't have a shelter to hang on to, remain in a place till the shaking's through now. Shake. Let me see you shake like earthquake now. Shake. Let me see you shake like earthquake now. Drop, cover and hold. Stay in control. Drop, cover and hold. Shake. Let me see you shake like earthquake now. Shake. Let me see you shake like earthquake now. Wave tsunami, wave tsunami, wave tsunami. Move away from doorways, windows and shelves. Heavy objects to drop. You could damage yourself. Cabinet and bookcases may also fall. Like fixtures pictures and objects mounted on the walls. And if caught outside, find an open space. Debris from buildings may fly in your face. Kneel or sit on the ground, cover your head and remember every word that I said. Shake, let me see you shake like earthquake now. Shake, let me see you shake like earthquake now. Drop, cover and hold, stay in control. Drop, cover and hold. Don't panic. Shake, let me see you shake like earthquake now. Shake, let me see you shake like earthquake now. Wait. Tsunami, wait. Tsunami, wait. Tsunami. Drop, everybody now. Drop. I wanna see you now. Cover your head, cover your head. Drop. Say everybody now. Tsunami. I want you to put up all your hands. Tsunami. I want you to put up all your flags. Tsunami. Yeah. Tsunami. Yeah. Tsunami. Do not go home without permission. Stay and wait for help and instructions. Do not go down by the sea to watch the action. Just to talk about what has happened. In science lab, chemicals may drop. Exit only after shaking has stopped. Do not panic, everything will be fine. Don't use the phone line at this time. Shake, let me see you shake like earthquake now. Shake, let me see you shake like earthquake now. Drop, cover and hold, stay in control. Drop, cover and hold. Don't panic. Shake, let me see you shake like earthquake now. Shake, let me see you shake like earthquake now. Wait, tsunami, wait, tsunami, wait, tsunami.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first.
If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the counseling center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cooked today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me go!
Let go what? Yeah, let's see what real happening. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every day mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Has anyone ever touched you here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Music, the arrangement of sound, melody, rhythm, and harmony as an expressive combination. Music provides its listeners with relief as lyrics often express feelings that words just can't seem to put together. The melodious tunes and delightful beats resonate so deeply within us and evoke strong emotion from amusement, joy, sadness, and of course, relaxation. Whether it is vocal or instruments, music affects all of us. Today, we are treated with a keyboard and saxophone rendition by a saxophonist and keyboardist. Join us as we welcome our local musical talented artists of the band ExoFlow, do I have it right? AxoFlow, sorry. Shakid Benjamin and Chad Phipps.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Check me area code, direct me area code. Anywhere me go, you know me touch the road like this, touch up the road like this, touch up the place like this, touch up the stage like this, like this. Come rep your place, rep your flag, where you from, who you are. The world is a stage, so showcase like a star. We little up, we digging up, we come from far. Let me take it to the world, so like a real scam. So we roll, yeah, so we roll, yeah. High performance anytime we touch the road, yeah, that's how we roll.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16, and your daughter at 13. Two girl a look me, but me no in a that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
We're back with two talented musicians, saxophonist Shaki Benjamin and keyboardist Chad Phipps. So let's get the conversation started. Chad, I had no idea that you had this talent. By the way, full disclosure, Chad is one of my former students.
Wow.
Who is teaching me a thing or two about music. So this question is to both of you. How long have you been involved in this?
For me, I grew up in it. Everyone in my family knows how to play an instrument.
Oh, wow.
So just adapt our own. They used to show me and so on. Yeah, so basically, as long as I can remember.
Oh, and you, Jack?
Well, I have an exact period I started in 2009. My dad used to play steel pan. He had a band, the Canadian Maple Leaf Steel Orchestra. And I learned from him from 2009, and that's where I started. And now he had saxophone.
Oh. You guys must be fun for family time, right? Especially
Right. Right. So how do you, I mean, you kind of both sound like you grew up in musical families. What gravitated you to the saxophone? Well, I saw you playing something else in a picture. So what pulled you to these instruments and what pulled you to the keyboard?
Well, for me, the keyboard, I feel more comfortable and like people try to play me on the drums, bass guitar, but it just wasn't for me, so.
Okay, so the keyboard is for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I always wanted to play saxophone, but I was never afforded the opportunity to play. When I went to high school, I got clarinet. I was disappointed.
You were disappointed?
I was disappointed. I felt like I was Squidward, like at that point. I didn't want to be Squidward. So then that's when I think last year I got a call from Gavin Charles. He was taking over the Legends band, Calypso band, and he wanted me to play alto. So I've been playing this one for a year now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so.
Can't tell that.
No, we can't.
And about you two, how long have you been playing? I understand you're part of a band.
Yeah, together we've been playing for about 2 years. I think it's 2019 we started. It was just a coincidence because what happened was I got a call to play for a banquet, and the band needed a keyboardist, and this was like 2 days before the event. So we just called him. He said no problem, and from since then we've been playing together.
So what are the stories behind the scenes now? Come on. It's the inside scoop. Who's the joker in the band?
Me, because he's the more quiet one. He's the more quiet one.
All right. So I have no idea. I'm just going to talk to you guys. We're doing everybody else today. Okay, so you said that you play this instrument mostly, and you play other instruments. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So what are the other ones that you play? Apart from the clarinet.
Including the saxophone. Well, I play 2 saxophone instruments, so with this and a soprano sax. The clarinet, steel pan. I started teaching myself bass and piano, so that's where I'm going.
Whoa! So you play like almost a whole band.
I'm getting there. Getting there.
Much better than Squidward, I'm sure. And what about you?
For me,
You said people try to drag you into different things.
yeah, so I know drums, bass guitar, try to teach myself guitar, but I wasn't turning out.
But you're self-taught. Is that what I'm getting from you? Both of you are self-taught?
Yeah.
No idea. I couldn't tell that at all. I guess as a musician, you do have to have an ear, right?
Of course.
Okay.
So can you read music though?
Me personally, to a point, but not great at it at all.
I can. I actually did the CSEC music exam.
Oh wow! So you're a music scholar. Real Squidward.
I like that. I don't think that you'd be able to produce this if you didn't, and I like the way that you guys work together as well. So you played for us Silent Night. I was tempted to put Mimi on the spot, so Mimi, sing that high notes. If you were watching before, you realize what happened, right? But just joking around. But seriously, so what other songs do you play? What genre of music? Is there a specific one, or it's just whatever comes to mind?
It was whatever comes to mind for the particular gig that we might have. But I think most of the times we do end up playing like R&B, love songs, and those things.
Oh,
I feel like that's our element because we could bounce off of each other better that way. He could open up, I could open up, and then we know him to reserve and just allow the crowd to enjoy the music.
I am so tempted to put you on the spot to hear a little bit of R&B. So tempted.
So, are you going to teach Jamie how to play something? I mean, even Mary had a little lamb. I think he could grasp that one.
I actually went to music class.
But Jamie,
not at your level at all.
Jamie's going to give us a little something. Can he touch your keyboard? I know some people are like, that's their baby.
You want me to touch the
Yes, let's go.
What am I going to do? I have no idea what I remember. To my old music teacher in New York, I apologize for what you're about to hear. No idea what that is.
I mean, it was something.
It was something.
So tell us, I mean, walk me through the process, especially, like, how do you begin even playing? I did a little bit of piano when I was like...
You should have done that.
No, when I was like 10 years old. That was 100 years ago. But walk me through a little bit of you being introduced to the saxophone just a year ago. Like, did having the background in clarinet assist you in playing? Because I have like no idea how do you blow into an instrument and it brings out a sound,
playing the clarinet before, it did give me a little bit of understanding in terms of tone and pitch. So I know that the clarinet would always be above this one. So I know once I go up there, then I know, okay, I'm going into my element. But playing this saxophone, I grew more love for the lower notes. I think that's where the sexiness comes from.
Okay.
I would agree. Yeah, that's how I was able to combine what I knew from clarinet and put it on the saxophone.
Well, you do an excellent job, and again, to just be playing it for you said about a year.
Roughly, yeah.
About a year, yeah. That's really amazing. So let me know, how does playing the keyboard make you feel? You seem very shy and reserved. Oh, you're not shy. You're just pretending to be shy.
reserve.
So how does it make you feel? Is it an emotional experience for you?
Yeah, it take me it's like an escape from reality to me. So I go to it when I want to clear my mind and
zone out.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like a spiritual experience.
Yes. Was it a spiritual experience for you just now,
I was going to
Jamie?
ask you if when you were singing, you know,
no,
you
we're talking about the instruments right now.
All right. Well, it has been our honor to have you here, you know, to bless our ears with your musical sound. I want to wish you all the best. Mimi, what do you have to say to them as they part?
Of course. What's the name of the band, sorry?
Axonic Flow, but we just go by Axoflow.
Axoflow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, if we wanted to contact you, maybe I might get married in 2022. Might, not really. But if people wanted to contact you, can you let us know how we could find you? Are you on social media?
Yeah, but I can't remember the manager's number at the moment, so I could give mine. My number is 767-3336. Should I say?
Yes.
That one right there.
767-3336. My name is Shaquille Benjamin.
All right, perfect. So again, if you want to hit up these great, talented guys, you okay? Yeah. If you wanted to hit up these amazing musicians for whatever special occasions, and you said you do play for special occasions, weddings.
There's hope, Mimi.
Graduations, also. Wow, Jamie.
You just said it.
You could always contact them. Again, it was a pleasure having you guys here. You're watching Good Morning SKN. We'll take a brief break, and then we'll be right back.
You're watching Good Morning SKN with Mimi Armstrong and Jamie Morris, live on Studio 327.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who gonna support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now, but my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Flag, pace and walk for the Power and Groovy Monarch Soca Competition this Thursday, 23rd December from 8 p.m. sharp. Groove and power up with Misha B, Detour, KO, Pino, Blade, Infamous and Takeover, Barry C, Statics, T-Bone, Jago and Tobap, Nine, and the reigning Groovy Monarch, Lucas H.E. Let's have fun, vibes, and energy all night for the Sugar Mask Soca Monarch this Thursday, 23rd December at 8 p.m. sharp. Purchase your tickets for $40 on skncarnival.com and at the Carnival office in the E.C. Daniel building. Strict COVID-19 health and safety protocols will be observed.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care of yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN, everybody. With the new year just about to lift off, New Year's resolutions are generally things that people do, and oftentimes we focus on the New Year, New Me mantra. So this is because it's customary for everyone worldwide to set New Year's resolutions to improve themselves for the new year and beyond. So today, Mimi and I will see how well we know each other by playing a fun game of, and I can't believe I get to say this, 2 resolutions and a lie. We're gonna lie to each other on live TV.
Everyday thing.
Make it, oh wow, you hear that, everyday, everyday thing. All right, so here's how it works, right? So we're gonna take turns stating 3 resolutions, and the other person will guess which one of those resolutions is a lie. So we're gonna get to tell the most convincing lie, I suppose. All right, so.
I'm not a good liar.
You're not, oh, that's a lie, isn't it? I don't know.
I'm not.
All right, so do you want me to go first? Or do you want me to go first? Okay, so I have to convince Mimi that all of my statements are true and New Year's resolutions, right? So let's try this one. In the new year, I resolve to eat less sugar.
Okay.
In the new year, I resolve to be more active.
Okay.
In the new year, I resolve to write poetry.
The last one is a lie.
The last one is a lie? Why is that a lie?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that that's a lie?
The last one is a lie.
You're not going to give me any clues as to how you know that that's a lie or not?
But is it a lie?
You see the question.
No, the last one is a lie.
The last one is a lie.
Yes, from your body language.
The embellishment, sorry.
Your body language was like, that's the one you just picked off the top of your head. Like,
okay, so now I'm going to mix it up. Okay, you go. Let's see how well I can spot the lie.
Okay, my New Year's resolutions are to do more exercise, to go on more hikes, to get a dog.
And here's what I'm going to say to that. In the first 2, you were blinking pretty much in sync. So, first resolution, you blinked twice. Second resolution, you blinked twice. Last resolution, you blinked once. I'm suggesting that the last one is a lie.
Yes.
Oh, I read it well.
No, I don't like dogs. Go ahead, Jamie, your turn.
All right, so
you do plan to eat less sugar?
Yeah, well, I've already started. My tea has no sugar in it.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club. Okay, well, it is tea because you just said that you were not an alcohol.
No, I'm not.
You don't drink alcohol.
I don't.
So I don't know I can't play what's in the cup with you anymore. But anyway, all right, so here we go. So my other 3. Should I close my eyes for this?
Your eyes tell when you tell lies?
I don't know. People, it's weird. I'm pretty much like an open book. It depends. Okay, let's go. So, in the new year, I plan to rediscover my love of music. I plan to spend more time with family. I plan to travel more.
That was good. That was very good. That was good. You're a good liar.
So which one is the lie?
What did you say?
Now, if I have to tell you and I forget, then I'll tell you which one the lie is. So
you're not supposed to, if you're a good liar, you're not supposed to forget your lies.
But that usually happens. That's how we spot liars.
If they're good liars, they don't forget their lies.
I was 10 years old and spotting liars because they'll say one thing 1 minute and the next minute it's like, oh, I spent my weekend this way.
Well, they're not good liars.
They're not good liars, but they're consistent liars, which is a difference. Okay, so I'll tell you this much. Well, what do you folks at home think? Which one? 1, 2, or 3 of that is a lie?
We can't remember, so remind us what they were. To rediscover your...
I'll admit, I broke the rules a little bit because I lied twice.
Oh, you lied twice? No, Jamie, that's not fair.
Exactly, so I copped to it. All right, so there you go. It was unfair. I didn't plan to travel more. That was definitely one.
Okay.
But the other one, the first one that I said I plan to rediscover my love of music, I was just looking at the screen with the
guy playing.
Exactly, Shaki playing, and I'm like, okay, let's use music.
But you don't want to rediscover your love for music?
Well, I don't think I've actually ever lost it. So that's the thing.
Okay.
So that's why it's
okay. Fair enough. Okay, for my New Year's resolutions, I plan to I'm not a good liar.
I love the way you did that. For my New Year's resolution, you hear the vibrato coming through, right? You're singing now.
For my New Year's resolution, I plan to make more friends. I plan to travel.
The last one is a lie. Oh my gosh. I played the winking game again and I lost because I told you what I was looking for.
Because it's not a real thing. Yeah.
Okay, so make more friends.
Yes.
I should have guessed that. I should have
don't
guessed that.
make
but I
any
looked at
more friends.
I should have guessed that.
No new friends. No new friends.
I should have guessed
Ah,
that.
you know that one, huh? Okay. We have time for one more?
I don't
Okay,
think
Jamie,
so.
one more. One more, Jamie. One more.
All right, so in the new year,
I think lying can be a good skill.
lying can be a good skill. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
In the new year, I plan to engage with or follow us on social media more.
That's a lie.
Studio 327.
That's a lie.
Plan to do that, right?
That's a lie. That's a lie.
In the new year, I plan to, get through an entire episode of Chris Rock's live stand-up show without laughing.
That's also a lie.
I can't get through 10 seconds. And in the new year, I plan to resume running.
Resume?
Yeah.
Running?
Mhm.
Those are two lies, though.
Which ones?
The two beginning ones are lies for sure.
No, they're not. I actually engage with our followers sometimes on social media. So
Oh, you do?
I do, actually.
You don't seem like the social media type.
Well, I can be for a cause. I am actually, I am on social media. I'm not like addicted to
Active.
social media.
No.
But, it has its moments.
Okay.
It has its moments.
All right, we were playing two truths and a lie. I mean, I don't think me and Jamie are great liars, so this may not have been our strong point.
Who wins this? Who
It's
wins
nothing
this?
for anybody to
if
win.
we get crowned the better liar, is that really winning?
Right. But if you want to, you guys could also let us know what your New Year's resolutions are. You know, New Year, new me.
Don't
or
lie.
you might want to be New Year, save me. But let us know in the comments below what some of your resolutions are. We're looking forward to see them.
And also let us know how you spotted whether we were lying or not. That way we can adjust for the next time we play this game. All right. So we will be back in a moment for more Good Morning SKN. Stay tuned.
I can't see. And we're back on Good Morning SKN, and we're going to be talking about what's happening.
Yeah.
I think a lot has happened.
Mhm.
So we had Bubble Juve, as mentioned before in the news, the first ever Bubble Juve was held yesterday, the 26th of December. The featured bands and artists were Grandmasters, Small Axe Collision, Core Band, DJ Terror, my favorite, Sweet Sister Sensia, Hellfire Sound, Ronnie Rascal, Upset Squad, Jettiest Entertainment, Katie Dunn, and the band Aka You Sweet. And there were also performances by the Groovy Soca Monarch King, Nature B, and the Power Soca Monarch, Mr. Hype. There was Paid, Wet Down, fun vibes. It was definitely lots of fun. I remember seeing a guy in a tree dancing outside.
Still looking for the pictures, by the way.
I'll send them to you. It was really good. I think we do have some pictures. So we'll take a look at, what we may have missed. I was in bed.
All right. So Number 2 on the list for what's happening. Mimi, it's bringing back memories, isn't it, for you? All right, the National Carnival Queen Pageant. So that's going to be tomorrow, and it takes place tomorrow. The ambassadors for this year, Ambassador number 1, Sasha Herbert, Miss Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis. Ambassador number 2, I love the way they call them ambassadors because they are. Ambassador number 2, Saskia Evans, Miss Cable. Ambassador number 3, Hersha Permanent, Miss Cara Brewery. Ambassador number 4, Nikira Nichols, Miss National Caribbean Insurance. And Ambassador number 5, Kenine Blanchett, Miss St. Kitts Nevis Nguilla National Bank. So the event will be held at the St. Kitts and Nevis Marriott Resort. This year we said that they were going to be covered, so they're at the Dome, right? The National Carnival Queen Pageant is highly anticipated, and it's finally happening tomorrow night.
Yes.
So let's know in the comments who's your favorite. I'm gonna reserve mine until after because I'm not gonna like screw anybody's results, right?
Purpose. People United Redeemed Powerful Outstanding Service Empowerment will be hosting a week of talent-filled events to be held from the 26th of December to the 1st of January. It will be held at the COJOP Buckley site under the green and white tent from 7:30 p.m. nightly and 1 a.m. on January 1st. Events include Talent Night, Laugh and Drama, Purpose Night, and even a dance fest. So join Purpose every night this week for praise and worship. Refreshments will be on sale. And for more information, you could search Purpose SKN on Facebook to get more information on that.
And that brings us to the end of what's happening.
And the end of Good Morning SKN for today.
Almost, but we're so many endings, you know, because we're like nearly at the end of the year. This is the last week of 2021, and what a year it has
let
been.
it be gone.
The final Tuesday. All right, so we want to thank you for joining us for another edition of Good Morning SKN. We also want to take this opportunity to invite you to join us tomorrow and every other weekday when we will be coming to you live from Studio 327. And one of the things that we have forgotten to do, Mimi, which is what we should do, is to remind you guys to subscribe. All right, so follow, like, subscribe. We're on YouTube, share, all of that good stuff. Comment, let us know where in the world you are watching us, all right? So you can do that. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, Snapchat.
TikTok.
We're on TikTok. Yes, we're on TikTok. And the handle is at Studio327INC. That's at Studio327Inc. So please, leave us your comments. Tell us what you think about today's episodes and the others that you've seen. And tune in for another edition of Good Morning SKN on our live stream.
Yes, on YouTube and on Facebook.
Maybe one of the things that we can play with them is, can you guess what just happened behind the scenes?
Oh no, they wouldn't want to guess. They wouldn't want to guess those things. No, we leave that between us. Yes, we'll do that.
All right, so there you go. We will be back live with you from 8 a.m. tomorrow to start your day. So thanks again for joining us for another edition of Good Morning SKN. From our heart to yours, have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning, SKN.